Hi, it's Jackie from Ziflow here on the red carpet at the Dolby Theater in Hollywood, California for Creative Operations 2023. We're asking creative and marketing leaders some questions about their creative process that we'd love to know the answers to. For example, which is easier, staying relevant to your target audience or protecting your brand's reputation?
Probably staying true to your brand. Okay. I think. The reason why is because when you work at a company, I've been at Workday for like 4.5 years. It's kind of been like a little more ingrained to me, like the brand standards and like the culture and like the identity of the brand. It's a lot easier it's like learning a language. Like once you get good at speaking the language, it's a lot easier to do, obviously. So if you live in a country for more than a couple of years and you don't speak that language, you're going to learn the language and it's going to become second nature. So
relevance in this environment that's always changing. You have to not only show that you're growing and expanding and achieving the goals of your brand, but you also have to look at the future and what's happening inside of the market to kind of show to your customers that you're thinking about it,
That's a good question. My last role was at Meta. So I would say protecting your brand's reputation is very important. And then that helps you stay relevant.
Protecting your brand's reputation.
And why is that?
Because as long as you don't mess with it, which isn't necessarily a good thing, right? So I used to work in branding a lot before I transitioned. Then you're fine. Generally, your reputation isn't going to change. And what was the first one?
Staying relevant to your target.
Staying relevant to your target audience is something you always got to do, and you always got to be on top of. So I think that's why it's harder.
There's just a lot of factors out there, but your brand is your story and everything that means to you. So I think there's a lot that goes into protecting that, keeping that strong.
I think protecting the brand might be easier. Relevant is, it's just the social media kind of takes over everything nowadays. So it's tough to stay on top of that. You usually need a team to stay on top of that. It's not a one-person task. So yeah, definitely that's my answer.
I almost think staying relevant is easier because there's so much out there where you can just piggyback on or like just, take that and make a different twist on it and include it in your brand. But keeping your brand's integrity intact, that's a tough job sometimes, and it's important. So let's put it this way. I don't take the second one lightly. That's why it's harder.
Easier to be relevant to your target audience. That comes with planning a really good campaign. And then the other one was protecting the brand. There's a lot that goes into that. A really good product, communicating with your users in the right way, giving them the tools and resources they need to interact with your brand. It's pretty complicated and layered.
I would say probably today it's about staying relevant. I'll give you a quick story. We worked with Lego for many years. Lego is one of the few companies in the world that will admit they don't own the brand anymore. They try to control the brand, but the brand is owned by the market, the users, right? They have the AFOLs, adult fans. They try to manage the people that are driving the brand, right? So they're trying to stay relevant under that brand label, if you will, if that makes sense.
Probably protecting the reputation.
Why do you think that? Like you said, kind of Gen Z.
Because staying relevant is a moving target.